Hello, everyone. Welcome to FinanceOlogy 101. Class is now in session. The information provided during this podcast is just that, information. You will need to do further research to address your specific situation. Enjoy the session. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another session of Gifted Generation Presents FinanceOlogy 101. We're your hosts, Elroy and Robin Seegers, and go ahead, Roy.
I say, whoop, that's it.
Oh, and our special guests are Kevin and Shannel Taybron. They are the founders of the E.A.T Foundation of Wendell. Welcome, Kevin and Shannel.
Welcome,
Thank you,
Kevin and
Thank you
Shannel.
for
How y'all
having
doing?
us. Hello.
How y'all doing?
We're doing well. Thank y'all for having us this evening.
Oh, well, thank you for joining us. You know, the reason why I thought about you guys for November was this is the holiday season, Thanksgiving, people
Yeah.
being charitable and giving. And I said, oh, it'd be so nice to highlight their new foundation and put it out on a podcast so that people can listen to throughout the season. So let's start off by telling us, what does EAT stand for first?
Okay. Well, first off, again, we like to thank you all for allowing us to be able to speak to the public of what the E.A.T Foundation is all about. We don't take it lightly. We consider it an honor. So thank you again, Seegers, for allowing us to be with you this evening.
Sure.
Oh, you're
And
welcome.
to answer your question, Robin, the E.A.T Foundation stands for Emanuel Asher Taybron. Emanuel Asher Taybron is our son. Was born September 2012. He's now in heaven. It was a stillbirth. So the E.A.T Foundation is a foundation organization in honor of our son, Emanuel Asher Taybron.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. I'm sorry to hear that. But this is an awesome way to honor him by creating this foundation in his name. So tell us about the origin of the foundation.
Okay. So the origin of the foundation is pretty much from the premise of connecting the resources and the youth together. So we want to be a bridge to connect the youth to resources that may be lacking in households. Growing up myself in a single family home,
Mm-hmm.
and it was 5 siblings total, 3 boys and 2 girls, and a single parent home. My mother, she worked 2, 3 jobs at a time. So I understand what it feels like to have resources lacking and the opportunity to do different things in the school settings, in the school system, organize sports, being able to travel, to go to camps, field trips, what have you. And so we just want to make it available for those who have struggles in their life to supply them with assistance to be able to become great in society.
You know, that is so important because it sounds like a lot of people that we know personally, we have the same story about
Mm-hmm.
the mom
Mm-hmm.
doing the best that she can, and
Yeah.
you missing out on all sorts of activities because financially they weren't able to do that. I mean, they kept a roof over our head and kept us fed and kept clothes on our back to the best of their ability, but as far as that extracurricular stuff, that just wasn't happening.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and you do feel disconnected, and as a child, people don't realize that that's important for a child. As adults, we get to a point we don't care if we belong, but to
Right.
kids, that's important.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
And growing up, even with now with so much pressure that the kids have,
Oh yeah, peer
it's
pressure.
like they
Yeah.
experience like multiple levels of pressure that we didn't even have growing up. as
Right.
young people. So they have the social medias.
Oh my
They have
gosh,
people
yes.
bullying the kids on social media.
Mm,
We have the COVID um, season going on now, and the kids have to deal with that. They can't enjoy graduation. They can't
yeah,
hang out with
stresses.
their best
Mm-hmm.
friends. So they have a lot of pressure on them right now that we as families, individual organizations, we have to come together, bring all our resources together to be able to help the youth to survive the storm that they're going through. So when they come out of the storm, they're going to be soaring high like eagles and
Right.
doing great things.
So talk about some of your resources. We know you guys put on an event recently. So talk about, that event and some of the resources that actually you use, or how do you search out those to support you in your endeavor as far as what you're trying to do for the community? Because anything you do, in a community, you're going to have community support, whether it be
Right.
businesses,
Hmm.
some rich person going to drop $1 million in your hat,
Yes,
in
sir.
order for you can spearhead and get those things you want to do. It could be computers, could be books, could be grants, could be pencils,
Right.
book bags, it could be all those things. So how are you able to, and what are you doing to drum up business to support your dreams?
Okay. September the 18th of this year, a couple months ago, we just had our kickoff event in Knightdale, North Carolina, and that was in honor of our son. He was born, like I said again, September the 17th. So the closest date we can get on that Saturday was the 18th, but the actual was in honor of our son. So at that event, we were able to allow the public to know that we exist and our mission for existing. And the resources came from different avenues. We reached out to, um, can we say the businesses and corporations? Is
Yeah,
that
Mhm.
fine to do that? Okay.
yeah.
So we reached out to Wegmans, and they donated generously with their funds to help us to book the venue in Knightdale, which was a nice chunk of change, but they wrote a nice size check, and we were able to book that venue for that day, as well as other organizations like Dick's Sports Goods. They gave us a couple $100 worth of gift certificates. Target, what else? Lowe's Foods, um, Walmart. So we had we had different corporations that were generous to help supply us with food and gifts for individuals that attended the event. So going forward, we're still going to be doing the same thing, reaching out to corporations. We're looking for sources to help us write grants for governmental assistance,
Okay.
and some of the programs that we're going to be asking for assistance with is educational programs, field trips, taking the youth to
Mm,
college campuses, take them to different states, maybe New York, to go visit Broadway,
okay.
so they can see
Culture.
what, yes, culture, yes, touching in the arts, so they can see um, ballerinas in action or musicians in action, and what it actually takes to be a fashion designer. I was able to have an opportunity to meet uh, a famous fashion designer up in New York a couple months ago, when I was driving around doing lifts. So opportunities are there. It's all about collaborating with the resources and asking, what can we do together to make
Right.
sure that the youth of today will be great tomorrow. And like I said, it's all about a community collaboration, community effort for this to be successful. And like I said, we just a finger in this whole body of
Okay.
in the corporations, businesses. We know there's several businesses out there doing what we're doing. We just want to be a part, do our piece, and to
All
keep
right.
the ball rolling. For success for the youth.
All right. So I know this has been a labor of love for you guys. How long did it take for you guys to to come up with the idea to the time you actually had your event? Was it like 6 months, a year? Just talk about the process you guys had to go through to get to where you are now.
Yeah, you want to say something?
No.
Shannel?
No.
You sure?
Shannel, she's a silent partner.
Yeah, she's a silent partner.
She's gonna pop you in your head when you say something wrong.
Yeah, she's over there giving me hand signals and
I know she is. You like
Thumbs
okay,
up.
you
Thumbs up.
like I'm about to say no, don't say that, don't say that, don't say that, don't say that.
Look, I'm like the quarterback on the field. She's on the sideline giving the signal for the
She's
play.
doing a good job because I'm feeling the signals as you speaking, my brother. I'm feeling the
So
signals.
I'm looking over there making sure I'm getting the signals right. I don't want to call the wrong play on the field and we end up getting a sack. So I'm doing my best over here, y'all. So just pray my strength.
You're doing a great job. Great job.
See, and
Yes,
that's
you are.
funny, Kevin. You say that because when we start doing this here, the roles for us switched for me and Robin also. So I don't know how you envision it to be, but your role is going to grow, and she's gonna start doing more, and you're gonna do even more, even less. But you're gonna see how things are gonna start overlapping and changing because more is gonna be required of each of you guys. Because this is a
Right.
huge task because it's a community effort that you're doing. And as you go forward, you're gonna see people gonna be dying and asking for this, for your support and your help. Can you come out and do these kind of speeches? Can you come out and do these kind of things? So it's gonna grow, and so don't be surprised when you're overwhelmed and your wife gotta say, "I can't be up to events. Shannel, you go here, and I'll go there." She's gonna like, "I need to go where and do what? Speak on what? You better record something."
Exactly.
I'm trying to get her to do that now, Elroy. So
Shannel.
Shannel.
This question is for Shannel. What is your role, Shannel?
Well, right now, my role is like he said, I'm just giving the signals, the hand claps, good job, thumbs up. It's really his passion, his baby. God gave this to him. So I am more or less, like you said, I'm in the background right now. And like you said, I foresee my role growing. But right now, he's trying to throw me out there, but it's not my season yet.
Not your season. That's right.
Y'all hear her, Seegers? Yeah. She quotes you her apostle.
As your pastor said, reaping and sowing, reaping and sowing, sowing and reaping, sowing and reaping, sowing and reaping, sowing and reaping. So,
well, you want to repeat the question again, Elroy? About you said about what the origination
journey.
or how long
Yeah.
did it take?
talking about the journey for where you started. How long did this process take? Because I know you had to become legal name and all of this stuff. How long from the year you started to where you are now? Just talk about the process and any financial endeavors and you ain't gotta get the actual cost, but some of the things you might have encountered along your way.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So where do I start? So like I mentioned before, this baby was birthed from our baby, which was Emanuel. Shannel carried Emanuel for 7 months in 2012, and September 2012, she was 7 months. She started experiencing some pains. I want to say 2 days into it, the baby hadn't moved, so she was like, something's wrong. So we went to the hospital, found that the baby didn't have a heartbeat, so had to induce her, and we held Emanuel for a little while, and they took him away and stuff. So from 2012, we carried on with life. God carried us on because it was it was a tough season. We both cried, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I just wake up out of my sleep crying. So we held each other. We consoled each other. Our families consoled us, and it was a tough time for probably 4 years before that steam. Actually, we can actually talk about it. And there was different transitions in our careers. Shannel was in the school system. She transitioned out of that because of the stillbirth, and she moved on to different other things. And, we was moving around. We was doing a lot of moving around, and we were uncomfortable and unsettled. And I know I went through a season of depression. I can't speak for her, but went to counseling and got counseling therapy and stuff. And like I said, it was a hard, dark time, but God kept us through the entire time and brought us through so we can let other people know about the struggles and the heartache and pain of losing a child. But at the same time, there's purpose behind everything. So
Yes.
at Emanuel, us having Emanuel for 7 months, it birthed the E Foundation. So like I said, it was 2012, but the E Foundation actually didn't come about until around 2015,
Okay.
2016, somewhere around there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
3-4 years later.
Wow. Okay.
I was in my studies and reading the Bible and Hebrews. I want to say Hebrews 11 and 4, or Hebrews 4 and 11, one of those scriptures about eternal absolute truth. And I was like, wow, eternal absolute truth. And I just felt like God was like, yeah, society needs to know about eternal absolute truth, which is his word. Everyone in society needs to know the power of the word of God, that there are principles that operate in the word that you can't violate. You abide by those principles, things are going to work for you. So it just so happened that eternal absolute truth is the same first acronym of Emanuel Asher Taybron.
Right.
So that's how the two connected. And I was telling Shannel, guess what? The Lord just showed me. And I was just excited and just starting writing stuff down and
wow,
how this was supposed to impact the youth and what it was all about. It's synonymous with eating, going on a buffet and just eating all that you need, nutritional stuff. We all about them getting nutritional value for everything that they touch. So one of the programs and events we want to do is wellness and nutrition.
okay,
Trying to get some of that lined up for next year. Different programs are trying to get lined up for next year. Mental wellness for the youth. With the things going on with the youth committing suicide and just going through a lot of depression. So the youth needs a lot of hands to touch their lives, to touch multiple facets of their life, from financial, mental health, physical wellness, and the like. So, but yeah, so we started with that, and we did a brochure, and we was going to different seminars that the city of Raleigh was given for nonprofit organizations. So we were going to different events and stuff, and trying to learn about how do you start a nonprofit organization. We were trying to find resources to talk to, people to talk to, and one resource was great was Miss Betty Murchison. She pretty much held our hands, guided us, and walked us through what it meant to have a nonprofit organization, your reason for being in existence. Why are you here? What's your impact? What's your ultimate goal? So with that, we started writing our vision statement, mission statement, and I think I want to say last year we started working with a gentleman to help us get our website up. We came out of our pockets. It was a nice amount of money. But we had to do what we had to do. We had to sacrifice in order for, things to be of value and of worth to you. You have to invest.
Oh yeah.
So the more you're willing to invest in your future, and then other people will say, oh, okay, well, they invest in their future. So let me see what I can do to help them out, because I see that they're willing to sacrifice. So it was kind of tight. I had to hear my wife, hey, you just spent this amount of money on this. And what in the world?
She ain't so silent now, is she?
Yeah, she's silent now. Yeah, I had to call her out. So she's looking at me like, okay, you spend a lot of money now for this organization. I'm like, yeah, but it's going to be worth it in the end. So it's all about sacrifice, So we've been sacrificing. Like I said, she's been working hard, and I've been working hard, and we still got bills coming in, and house mortgage to pay, and car payments, and insurance, and so she's looking at me like, okay, brother, you need to slow your roll, pump your brakes. So, but
But you,
God's been faithful, and still, blessing us even with the resource we are working with. We know it's going. We
Right.
know more abundantly, and what we can't even think about is going to come in the
Right.
future.
right,
For this, because this platform, like you said, Elroy, is huge, and we don't understand the gravity of it right now.
right.
But we know it's going to impact a lot of youth and a lot of families. Because
Mm-hmm.
you can't impact the
Mm-hmm.
youth without impacting the family.
Yep.
Right.
So
Amen.
it's going to be a trickling effect. So even
Yep.
speaking with Miss Brewer, who's about wellness,
Yep.
health and nutrition stuff. She's
Yes.
talking about the families. The families going to be impacted, not just the youth, the adults also.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
and they're pretty much going to be the catalyst for keeping the kids on the right path to eating right, exercising, doing the homework, hang around friends that they see that's going somewhere, and they can create an environment in a group so they all can be successful together and hold each other accountable.
Well, I want
But
you to keep
you,
this in mind. So make sure because I know you have a cash app in E Foundation name. So get that out and available. So when we ask for it, you have it available to give out to your personnel. And I think my wife Robin's also can put the information on your bio on Podbean
yeah,
and stuff like that. So,
definitely.
but you still want
Right.
to be able to give it out on the podcast. So make sure you have that available because this is the season of giving, which is the reason why my wife thought this was a good idea. For those who want to give, say, hey, give it up. We take it.
Give it up.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Give it up. It's a season to it's
But
the season to give.
Yes.
yep. So, but you know what? Dr. Chapman always says that
Mhm.
people invest in you when they see value in you,
Yep.
Right.
and you sowing into your foundation and honoring your son is definitely something people will see and want to be a part of.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Yep.
what you're doing is a wonderful thing because you're looking to expose kids to things that they would never ever ever have a chance
Right.
to otherwise. Like you talking about going to New York, I mean, and meeting this and doing. I mean, some of these kids haven't been outside of Zebulon, let
Mm-hmm.
Right.
alone thinking about going to New York and seeing that it's possible to have these dreams.
Yep.
So
Mm-hmm.
you're in a sense making exposing the kids to their dreams.
Yep.
Right. Yep.
Yep.
And that's
That's
go ahead,
true.
Elroy.
No, no, I was saying she's right. That's true. Exposures is so important.
Yeah, that was one of the key words that kept sticking out um, when we was putting the foundation together is exposure.
Right.
And like
Mm-hmm.
you said, Dr.
Mm-hmm.
Chapman would Dr. Chapman would teach and let people know you, if you're not exposed to a certain level of living, you will never know what it looks like, what it
Mm-hmm.
tastes like, what it
Mm-hmm.
feels like.
Mm-hmm. That's
So,
right.
growing up in the
Yep.
inner city in Wilson, we weren't exposed to the finer things in life. We didn't know what it mean to eat a 5-course meal
Right.
or to travel to New York. I don't think I ever went outside of Wilson. Well, we went upstate to visit my uncle and stuff in Maryland and stuff. But as far
Right.
as experiencing the good life, the high life,
Right.
um, that is there for anyone's experience as long as
Yep.
they have the resources to be
Come on,
exposed
bro.
to it,
Come on now.
then they can taste it and like, oh, I like the way this
Mm-hmm.
tastes.
Yeah. Come
They
on,
get
bro.
that
Talk about it.
hunger
Mm-hmm.
on
Yeah.
their tongue, so they were like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I want
Yeah.
some more of this. So they'll be
Yeah.
willing
Yeah.
to
Mm-hmm.
do
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah.
necessary work it takes to get that taste again
Yeah.
and over, and then they can be a trickling effect to their family members or their friends or
Yeah.
their classmates.
Yep.
Let's go do this, let's go do that.
Yep.
And like I said, it's a lot of work. It the kids aren't going to get there just like us, y'all doing y'all next generation and all the things y'all got going on. It takes work. And we our board members, we have a dynamic board members and stuff, and are doing great things. I don't know if I can call names out, but
Yeah,
they're
I
doing
think
great
you be
things.
okay.
Huh?
You call
You
names out.
okay? Okay.
Shout it out. Yeah.
Shout out, okay, to Denise Wiggins. She's doing great things in her business ventures with her what's that cosmetic line.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband got their own transportation business. She's doing her solo mom foundation, and it's a lot of things. Jesse Parker has his business with his wife. They all about health and
Yep.
exercising, and living in the abundant life, not
Yep.
just financially and spiritually, but physically.
Yep.
So it's a holistic approach
Approach.
that we have to present to the youth. It's not just about going to play basketball or football and you
Yep.
forgetting about education or
Mm-hmm.
knowing how to present yourself in public
Yep.
to gain respect and to respect authority.
Right.
Oh
So
yeah.
leadership.
Wow.
It's a whole uh, gamut of principles that the
Mm-hmm.
youth have to understand in order to be successful
Yep.
in this day and age in society.
Yep.
What's the age range of the youth you're targeting? What's the age range?
It's different. It's different categories.
Mm-hmm.
The goal is to catch them at an early age. But it ranges from 5 to 12, which is the enlisted. So to get them at an early age where you're pretty much
Foundation
just
youth.
getting them and planting them in
Yep.
the soil,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
right? So when you get a kid and you get them early, plant them in the soil, good soil, and you constantly mentor them, teach them, train them, and just and keep allowing them to do hands-on activities so they can
Right.
get the experience so they can start growing.
Mm.
And then once they continue to grow, continue to get poured into, and then when they get in the older ages, when they get into high school, college, they can start implementing what they've been taught to
Mm-hmm.
affect others. But if anyone wants to know, they can always go to our website, and it lists the age groups from 5 to 12, 13 to 20, and then on up in the 21 up category.
Okay. Okay.
And the website is the E.A.T Foundation of Wendell.org. That's the website that they can go in and visit to find out
Okay.
all about what we're about.
So I'm gonna throw something out there real quick because I know Robin mentioned Dr. Chapman and you mentioned Dr. Chapman, and sometimes you have first time listeners. Dr. Chapman is Apostle Chapman. He is the pastor of Raleigh North Christian Center at 6021 Lewisburg Road, Raleigh, North Carolina. He is our pastor and also their pastor.
Yes.
Services on Bible studies on Wednesdays and also on Sundays. So when you
Yes.
hear Dr. Chapman's name, they're actually talking about their pastor of the church or Raleigh North Christian Center. But he always goes by Dr. Chapman. But he's definitely is the apostle, Dr. Jeffrey Chapman.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Yeah, and it's amazing that as you was calling out people's names, like Denise and Daryl and every people on your board,
The
just
Seegers, the Seegers.
just
Amen.
just give thought that we are all part of Raleigh North Christian Center,
yep,
and all of the businesses are not to amass money, but to serve.
yep, yep,
Right.
Everyone's business is about serving someone else and making sure someone else is good. And
Yep.
that's a good thing to say that we all come from that good foundation from Dr. and Lady Chapman, that
Right.
we're looking to serve. We're not looking to amass money just to say we have money. We're looking
Right.
to give that money and sow it into God's kingdom, sow it in the community so
right.
people can be better and do better and know better.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
which
Yeah.
is his gift. Is a gift of people want to be entrepreneurship. Is to giving back. So helping to
Right.
grow the kingdom. That's one great way to do it.
Yes,
So
sir. Yep.
I
And like I
commend you
said, the
guys
apple
what you're
don't fall
doing.
too far from the tree. So,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, you're right.
what Dr. Chapman and Lady Sandy are, we're a part of that. We're going to have to be, affected by what they bring to the table, which is greatness,
Right.
and
Right, right.
and they're expanding growth. We just broke ground 5009.
Yep.
So
Lewis
hey,
Monroe.
so it's growth, and when you're doing great things, and God can entrust you as they entrusted Dr. Chapman and Lady Sandy with people, which is the
Mm-hmm.
greatest resource.
Yeah.
They've been faithful over people's souls, resources,
Yeah.
and God is
Yeah.
seeing them faithful, and God is expanding them to be more of an impact. Shannon Parker, uh, um, Jeff, I would say Jeff Parker, Jeff Chapman, and Mariah.
Mariah.
Right.
They all,
Oats.
the Oaks. Yeah, whoop whoop to the Oaks. They all are byproducts of their parents, and then they're
Yep.
doing what they've seen their parents do. So I can't even talk enough about Shannon and Jeff. How I see them operate on a daily basis. Their consistency, their faithfulness, and their ability to take Raleigh North Christian Center to the next level to be more of an impact, not just in the Raleigh community, but all over the world. So people are
Yeah.
watching Raleigh North in other countries. And
Yeah.
like I said, Dubai, Apostle Chapman said Dubai and other countries that they're impacting all over the world. So it's like I said, we can't help but to be great because God has
Right.
blessed them to be great.
And I think that's
Right.
important that people know that you're there for the community, but there's also a lot of people. It's like what is this stems from. You understand about what it stands for, EAT, but you also it's a Christian based faith community organization that you're also doing. You're coming from that great foundation of that. You see it as a spiritual need also as you feed in the community. You're not just actually just doing just the work just because it feels good. It's a purpose. You have a purpose for life, for what you're doing, and it
Right.
does stem from the leadership of the church. So you're surrounding yourself with good people, and a lot of people want to see what environment that you're coming from, the environment that my kid's going to be in.
Mm-hmm.
Is this Joe
Right.
Knucklehead? What are they doing with my kid? You know what I'm saying? Because that's important. Because anytime you're passing your kid off to somebody else, they are entrusting you
Right. Right.
because you are mentoring the future, and you
Mm.
cannot
Right.
mishandle that at all
Wow.
Oh
because
yeah.
you're now going
Oh
to be held
yeah.
accountable for that
Right.
situation, that
Right.
leadership. So
Yeah.
that's
Right.
Wow.
accountability on you, So,
Right.
and I know you guys, because I know you guys very well. You do a great job in that. When I see you guys, your walk in church and stuff. Shannel, she may be quiet, but she's a fierce dancer. And she asked me,
Yeah.
do I
Yes,
want
she
to join?
did.
Robert, she asked me, do I want to join a dancing club? Yeah.
She be slinging them flags around, boy.
Yeah,
Like,
she
go
do.
girl.
Yeah,
She be
she do.
she, she be serving. She's serving the
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lord.
yeah.
she
She
be
asked.
serving her
Yeah,
on a
yeah.
high level.
Yeah, she may be quiet, so I guess when you're dancing, you ain't got to sing. You just throw them flags around. But she's serving, so everybody sees you, sister. We see you, so you ain't just a silent partner. You're
That's the one you gotta
visual.
be careful about. Them solid ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Them
But I'm saying you
heavy.
both are serving in the church, so it's equally important to know. She says, she's a silent partner and she's there to visit. But you also serve as a volunteer in the church. But your capacity is that, you're a dancer. You volunteer in that aspect. But you're an active member and you're an active volunteer in the church. So that just shows you just more things that you're able to do. Because sometimes it ain't about education as far as the books, the papers, the pens and stuff. There's also the artistic side of kids that they want to attach to. And that could come in the
Right.
form of
Mhm.
dance.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
that's why I think that you guys are a great pair because you may be able to cover one area and she can cover the other.
Right.
Your overlapping duties and responsibilities and skill sets is going to be tremendous when somebody say, "Hey, I would love to do that." You're like, "My wife does that," and then the connections that you guys are going to make from that outside the church, but still a Christian based uh,
Right.
organization that you're going to have.
Right.
You're going to be amazed in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years how well this thing is going to grow. And you can like say, Shannel, we're going to need a place to rent out to do these things because our house can no longer hold what we can do.
Right.
Right. And also if y'all think about it, you're taking care of the kids, you're sewing into the kids, but
Yes,
the
Wendell.
kids also go to their parents and be like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, Mr. Kevin showed me this, and Miss Shannel showed me that," and then the
Mm-hmm.
parents like, So
Mm-hmm.
you're capturing the kids, and then the kids are turning around capturing their parents.
Amen.
Right.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
So you're really, in a sense, impacting the entire family, just not the
Yep.
kids.
Yep.
Because when the kids get that positive feedback and that positive attitude, it feeds into the rest of the family.
Right.
That's true.
Exactly. Yes.
So
Mm.
what y'all doing is, I mean, it's wonderful, and I'm so excited for y'all, and I'm looking forward to seeing all the ventures and
Yes.
the all the activities and everything. And I, I'll volunteer in a minute. I like seeing stuff like this, so
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
absolutely love it.
She does. Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
I,
you
I
sure
just
did.
I just
You
yeah,
volunteered for our kickoff event. You out
Yep.
there,
yeah.
in sweating in your glycerin glory. It took everything in your husband's power to keep his hands off for you, because you just look like a slab of ribs to him. You're ready to lick his fingers down. So yeah, you definitely y'all definitely serve. Y'all definitely servers, and we appreciate y'all's heart. We see y'all serving on a high. I'm trying to talk y'all. Y'all stop laughing. Look, we see y'all serving on a high level on a regular basis, and how y'all impacting people's lives and stuff. So we don't take that for granted.
Yes.
But to call y'all
Well, thank
friends and
you.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all have that heart and that desire to just want to see people win. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very true.
with the state of things this day, this all the craziness, I'm over that. I'm ready to see people win.
Right.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Especially our youth. Especially our youth,
yeah,
because it's like they we're supposed to be more
yeah,
mature because we're older.
Right.
But you
right,
have the kids. They're younger. They're still trying to figure out who they are, and
Right.
even adults, we still trying to figure out who we are.
Exactly.
yeah,
But they still growing. Their brains are still growing. They're trying to figure out where they belong, who are their real friends, who they can actually hang out with and trust. So yeah, they got a
hmm,
lot going on for them right now. So we just want to do our
yeah.
part to
Right.
ease some of the pain and stuff, and giving them some answers.
Yeah.
Well,
Amen.
that is awesome, 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 awesome. So I'm loving this, and like I said, just keep. I know you'll keep Elroy abreast of what's going on, because I'm excited to see all the stuff you will have going on, and how you'll be blessing the community. And I just pray that others see your good work and start sowing into
They will.
your foundation,
They will.
so that you can
They
turn
will.
around and be a blessing to the
They will.
kids. Yeah,
Yep. They will.
yeah.
They will. I know
So,
because I'm a board member, so he gonna tell me
Exactly.
even if he don't want to tell me. I got to know. I'm nosy, but I still have official capacity to know.
Right.
so, okay. So, is there anything else you want us to know, or
No. Like I said, we're still working on getting our 2022 events together, and
okay?
we're trying to map out the whole year so we
Right.
can touch every program that we have on our table with the arts. We want to touch the
Mhm.
arts all throughout the year. We want to touch mental wellness. We want to
Yep.
touch
Mhm.
physical wellness and nutritional values,
Right.
leadership training, financial training.
Mhm.
Speaking
Mhm.
with different individuals already, it's you guys, y'all, we're gonna collaborate with you guys and a couple other people in financial stewardship, teaching not only the youth but the parents
Yes.
Mhm.
how to
Mhm.
invest, how to save money and all those good things. So we're working on that right now, 2022. So we're looking for grant writers and some hand holding, because we are a newly
Right.
found organization,
Right.
and we're still
Right.
trying to learn our way around through these waters and stuff. So any help out there, anyone listening that already have a successful nonprofit organization, have resources they can point us in the right direction, grant writers and what have you, we greatly appreciate it. Y'all can go and to our website, and our email address is up there, so y'all can send us information. We can collaborate and work together so we can do great
Amen, brother.
things.
Amen.
Okay. And I will post on the Podbean website I'll put out there your email, your website, and your Facebook, and give me your Cash App for the foundation. I'll put all that out there so people can see that.
Do you know your
Okay.
cash out by heart?
Yeah, I'm actually looking at it it's on the website, on our
Well,
website.
what
Okay.
is it, brother? Spit it out. Let's hear it.
All right. It's what's it, $?
Dollar
It's
sign. Okay.
Emmanuel Emanuel Asher Taybron. It's all one word. Emanuel spelled Emanuel, Asher Asher, and then our last name Taybron, Taybron. Emanuel Asher Taybron.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay. Good.
All right. All
Okay.
right.
So, yeah, like I said, I will continue to post on our Facebook, Gifted Generations Facebook page,
Yep.
like once a month for people to go out and listen to this podcast and point them right back to your website. I'll do this for a while to just keep it up at the forefront so people can visit your website and start partnering with you guys to sow into the community and help the youth.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that'd
So,
be great. Thank
so
you.
oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
So let
So
me go ahead and give the community how to contact us. So this podcast is brought to you by Gifted Generations LLC. We can be found on Facebook. Of course, Facebook/Gifted. That's GIFTED Gen GEN LLC. Or you can follow us on Instagram at gift.gem. And of course, YouTube. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just type in Gifted Generations LLC and you can find us. And then, of course, our website, which is Gifted Generations LLC.com. That's Gifted Generations with an S LLC.com. And as we always say, what we say, Rob? Don't
don't
forget
forget the
get that
dash.
dash. So one other thing we also have, we help improve lives by improving one's personal finances. We remove the stress to everyday financial management. By the way, we also have a budgeting app. Check it out. Change your life. The app is called Bags of Money. Our slogan is same money, new level. So it's out on Android right now. It's not out on Apple, but it is coming very soon. We've been working very hard, so be patient. But if you got an Android, go check it out. The app, the way it functions, a quick tutorial. If you put your income and your expenses in there, and you're just curious, by the way, based on your spending habits, maybe 3 weeks down the road, you can go to the app, click on 3 weeks down the road, and it can tell you your potential account balance in your checking account. It'll say, hey, based on your spending habits, you will have $1,100 in your checking account. Or it could say, hey, based on your spending accounts, you're short. Add some money in this account. So the app can predict your amount in your checking account balance on any given day based on your spending and income trends. So go and check it out. Bags of Money app. There it is.
Wow. Well, thank you. That was wonderful.
I'm a walking commercial.
Walking commercial.
That was good.
It's like, what's that?
You got a
That
backup.
was
You
good.
got a
That was
backup
good. That was
plan.
good. That was good.
I said you miss your calling. You got a backup plan.
She's so funny.
Well, guys, thank y'all so much. I'm so proud of y'all. And of course, I'm praying for you and I'm rooting for you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, and likewise, we're doing the same for you
Yes.
guys.
All
We think
right.
y'all are
Thank you.
awesome couple, dynamic couple, fun to
Thank
be
you.
around.
Thank you.
Always a smile on y'all face, and y'all just bring so much joy to different people lives. So we just say
Yes.
thank you allowing us to call y'all our friends.
Well, thank you.
Oh, well, same here. Same here. We love
Kevin,
you guys.
Kevin, I pay you later, Kevin. I pay you later. Thanks for that comment. Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, just cash out.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I cash app you.
On that note, we're going to call it a night.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Thank y'all. Good
All right.
Thank
night.
y'all.
All right.
Have a
All
great
right.
night.
Have a good one.
All
You
right.
too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
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 Well, thank you for tuning in to our podcast, FinanceOlogy 101. I hope you enjoyed this session and the information provided will assist you on your financial journey. Until next time, be financially engaged.